Welcome to this Pedagogy Premiere digital tip video. In this video, we're going to learn how to use Markup. Markup gives us the ability to add drawings, text and shapes to different photographs, screenshots and PDFs. We can also use it within different apps to add drawings such as Notes, Keynote, Pages and Freeform. Let's look to see how to find Markup in Photos. I'm going to tap onto the Photos app and I'm going to choose one of my photos. Along the top is a toolbar. On the right hand side we're looking for Edit. This is where we can start adjusting the brightness and contrast of our photos. We can add filters, we can crop and rotate. But what we're looking for is the pen icon that's sitting in that top right hand corner. Tapping on this will bring up Markup, and you'll see there's a floating toolbar at the bottom of my iPad screen. I can move this to any side of my iPad screen, and it's purely personal preference as to where you would like this to sit. There are a range of pen tools, and if I swipe across you'll see there are a few more. And the best way to learn about what these different pen tools do is to have a play and explore. So tap on different ones, draw with them and see if they do what you're going to need for your photograph. So let's choose the first pen. When I tap on, I can change the thickness of the line and the opacity as well. The colour that it currently is blue, tells me that when I draw with that, it will be blue. If I wanted to change the colour, I look to the right hand side and you'll see by default we have black, blue, green, yellow and red, and then there is a rainbow wheel. If I click onto that, this is where I can change my colours. So I've got a grid view here. I can tap onto spectrum, but I've also got sliders as well. In that top left hand corner there's a pipette. When I select this, I can move it over my photo and I can choose colours from my photograph. So I'm going to get the orange of this eye. That's now chosen, that orange. You can see the pen has now changed to orange and I can start drawing with that. I can draw with my finger or with a stylus. The same works across all the different pens. I just tap on, I can change the thickness of the line and the opacity, change the colours, and I can start drawing. You'll see that we've got a rubber as well, so if we make any mistakes we can rub them out, but we've also got an undo and a redo button as well on that left hand side. The next tool is a select tool, so if I draw around something, I'm going to draw around that blue squiggle there, so anything that I've added in Markup I can draw around and I can use this select tool now to move that. So if I don't want it sitting there, I can move it to a different part of the picture. We've also got a ruler as well. I can just tap that on or off and we can swipe across to view some different tools as well. So we've got like a crayon too. On the right hand side of my floating toolbar, you'll see there is a plus. If we tap onto this, this is where we can add stickers, descriptions, text, signatures and shapes. So let's add some text. If I tap on, you'll see it's added a text box. The text is black at the moment, so I'm just going to change the colour to yellow just so you can see that a bit more easily. And I can just use my finger to make that text box bigger or smaller, but also to drag that around. You'll see in my floating toolbar I can change the font, I can also change the size, I can change the alignment, and I can make it bold, italics, underline or strike through. So let's tap on the text. You'll see the cursor is flashing and the on-screen keyboard has popped up. So I can now edit this text. So I'm going to type the Gruffalo. I can now change the size of that. And as soon as I do that, I need to change the size of my text box. And I can also change the font. And I can move that around to wherever I'd like it to sit on my photo. You'll see there's a 3-dot menu. This is where we can delete that text box if we don't want it anymore, or we can duplicate it. Quite handy when you've created something the right font size and the text style that you want, you can just duplicate that to pop some more text in. If I tap away from that text box to edit it again, I would just tap onto it. So let's add in a shape now. So I'm going to press the plus and add shape. You can see we've got some different shapes to choose from here. I'm going to choose the triangle, and you can see it's just popped a triangle on the page for me. You can see I've got those blue dots again, so this is where I can change the size. But also you'll see I've now got a menu at the bottom where I can start changing the colours of this triangle. So let's first change the fill colour. And maybe we want to have a border of a different colour. And I can change the width of that as well. And you can see we can change the opacity of that shape too. And I can put that wherever I'd like on my picture. Just tap anywhere on the picture again and it brings back your drawing toolbar. When you've finished marking up a photo, just press done in the top right hand corner and then done again, and that will save your picture, and then you're ready to share that, upload it to Glow or share it to some other iPads. You can also use Markup in some other Apple apps such as Notes, Freeform, Keynote and Pages. So let's have a look at Notes first. Tap onto Notes and tap the top right hand corner to add a new note. You'll see the on-screen keyboard pops up, but I can just tap that down. And then you'll notice we've got that same pencil icon that we had in Photos. So if I tap onto that now, you'll see we've got our floating pen toolbar. It's just loaded on the side of my screen, but again I can move it to wherever I like and whatever's personal preference as well. If I swipe across, you'll see we've got those different tools again. So I can just tap on and I can start writing. Or I could be drawing different things or highlighting bits of text. Notes might be a great way for your learners to practice using Markup and to experiment with some of the different tools as well. In Freeform, Markup can be found in the same way, looking for that pen icon again, and you'll see we've got our floating toolbar. In Keynote and Pages, it appears slightly differently. So let's open up Keynote. I'm going to start a new Keynote presentation. Just going to choose a white theme here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to tap the pictures icon on my toolbar. And rather than looking for the pen icon this time, we're looking for drawing. So we're essentially inserting a drawing. And what you can see here is I now have that toolbar and I can start drawing on my slide or on part of my slide, and I'm essentially using Markup again there, but I've just accessed it in a different way. And the same would be in Pages. You would tap the picture icon and you're adding a drawing. Check out our other videos on different ways to use Markup across the curriculum.
Thank you for watching.